Hey guys, so recording this YouTube video. Just took a shower. I went to the gym today. I'm trying to be like one of the bigger guys in the gym, which is actually like really cool. Because when I first started, I would like look up to the people that are doing the weight that I'm doing. Now I'm doing that weight. Now I'm actually helping people out in the gym. I'm pinching my nipples right now. Pause. I can't justify saying that, right? Okay. Anyway, I'm beginning to be one of the bigger people in the gym, and it's not bad, but it's pretty exciting, I would say. It's like almost unreal, because so I was at the gym, and what ended up happening was I hit back squat. I got up to like 255, dead tired. Got to front squats, about like 155. Just doing that. Then I got to leg press, got up to 7 plates, 10 reps each set. Then I did hack lunge. That was killer. Up to 1 plate per leg. Plate and 10 actually, because I went back, hit some more. I'll talk about that later. And then narrow stance, Smith squats, so 2 plates until failure, 2 sets until failure. That was really, really neat. That was just burning. And I'm pushing weight, more weight than people that are there since I've been there. And that feels pretty good. I might be a genetic freak. I'm more comfortable with no clothes. And then last week I helped these 2 guys out with their squat, and because they weren't going to depth, going squat to depth is so nice. It is so nice. It is so important. People don't understand how important going down all the way is for your quads, man. It's just so gnarly. It's the best for like a lot of things. It's just so good. It is quite literally the best. I love it. Plain and simple. But yeah, the gym has helped me a lot. I love it, man. It's like one of the few things that I really do love. And I like to do it alone. I've realized, like, doing it alone, what the fuck, is actually really, really good. Just for like my mental. Oh yeah, and then when I did the hack lunge today, I met these 3 people, Chris, Miguel, and Danica, I believe. Pretty cool people. And I talked them into doing the hack lunge. And I was like, guys, you should do it. It's super good for your legs. Like, it feels amazing. And they did it, and they're like, dude, the stretch is insane. And I'm like, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Anyway, let's talk about that girl. She's probably gonna see this. I'm probably gonna send this to her if she replies back. I texted her, just basic text, as in how she was doing, if she was comfortable with maybe doing something when she gets back. She said she'll have to think about it. I said I will too. Just let me know how you feel. Basic, I think. And like for me, I go about things really fast. I give something a little bit of thought. I sit here, literally right here in this moment. Imagine the phone wasn't here. And I sit down, like I'm doing right now, and I think about the possibilities that are lined up, right? And I do the same thing when I'm talking to you guys. I go about what I'm saying, and I think about like what I'm saying and how it might affect me, because I tend to have these be more like I don't want to say manifestos, because that makes me seem like a weirdo, but more as like personified goals, right? Me telling myself what I'm currently feeling in the moment. And so what I'm feeling towards her is I'm gonna try to predict what's gonna happen, right? What I think in my mind is gonna happen in the future if she were to text me, because I feel like there's like three options. Um, One of the options, she doesn't text me, which is the which is basically the same as number two. Um, but so she doesn't text me, which it's like it's fine. And again, you have to realize like for this, like nobody owes you anything. Nobody technically owes you a relationship. Nobody owes you a friendship. Nobody owes you companionship. And that's the plain and simple end of the day. That is what life is about. I mean, you're gonna go about life the way that you want to. You're gonna spend the time with the people that you want to, and you have to understand that the time that you put into someone is time you'll never get back. Completely fine, completely understandable. Right? She doesn't text me. I do think, however, that humans do deserve a little bit of compassion, right? Just a little bit of consideration as well. Um, because truthfully, I mean, nobody wants to just be like stuck in air. So I think with her not texting me, it's definitely like a definite way of me understanding that either she is scared or she just didn't respect my time, and that's completely valid, right? And then I get to kind of have a more blunt reaction and just say, well, then that's that. Then option number two, she does text me. Um, well, she does text me, but she says that she's not willing to do that. And I think depending on what she says, because I can't predict what she is going to say, I could just predict the scenarios of what might happen, right? Because I mean, there's only so much that can happen. Um, so she says she doesn't want to do that, and depending on what she says, either it is completely genuine, right? And that's completely fine. That's probably one of the best things that you could receive: a complete, genuine, just like declaration of how someone feels. No ambiguity, no nothing, and that is probably the best. Um, and the other option is that she is ambiguous and she isn't genuine. That's probably one of the worst options. And I think that might be the most probable one, because of depending on how I knew her, in my mind, she is probably going to be prone to running away, right? She's probably going to be scared. That's completely normal, right? And if she doesn't want to face that, that's completely fine. That's not my responsibility. That's nobody's responsibility. That's hers. And I shouldn't be the one to fix that. Completely fine. But I will say that that one will probably hurt the most, depending on what she says and how I might like receive it. Because on one hand, if she says she's scared, or like it seems like she's scared, but she's still, it seems like she does want something deep down. I think number one, if she does do that, I'm not gonna let anything happen. I think that's just way too inconsiderate. Sometimes you have to be vulnerable. I'm sorry, and that's like the thing. That's like you have to understand that, and those are like some non-negotiables, at least for me. And number three, it's the one that I've been putting the most thought into, because if it does happen, is if she texts me and she says she does want to do something, like she wants to continue. Obviously, it's not going into something completely serious straight away. It's more or less just trying to find out if we're compatible in the long term and see if things work out with our time, whatever. Understandable. Once more, completely understandable human reaction. But I think for me, this is one of the worst options, because I don't know how I would be able to respond to that. Because truth be told, if she says she does want to continue, she wants to see where it goes, how will I handle that? Personally, I feel like I am not the type of person to where everything goes well, especially in a relationship. I feel like I do overthink. I feel like I lose my mind a lot. It's really weird. Even though I think, again, I overthink, but it's not like where like I think about the worst. I think about every single possible scenario, what might happen, and as well as like what happens in my life, how this is going, this is that, this and that, and it drives me insane. And I can't stop, like I can't not think. You know, a lot of people they're like, oh yeah, well everybody has to think. It's different. I cannot go one moment without thinking that something I'm doing I could have done better, or something that I'm doing is going to lead to this place. If I do this with all my effort, it's going to lead into this place, and then I feed into that delusion, and it gets really messy a lot of the times, and it's like it is like I'm battling with myself, but a lot of the times, I mean, I do better myself. So, you know, I mean, like I said in the last one, like the gym, it can be something that is destructive. You know, like not just like muscles, like sure it kind of destroys your muscles, rebuilds them, but it does something to your mental depending on how you go about it, right? And I think I'm the type of person to where I see my life, and I was talking to my gym bro Kareem about this, where I see people and I have a hard time truly engaging with them because I know that they've had things a little bit too easy. Let's let that seep in. I didn't want to say this to Kareem, but I despise people who truly have had it too easy. I hate them. I hate them. And it's not out of jealousy. It's more out of pity. Because you have to realize that these people are so disillusioned from everybody, right? Like, right now I have to, like, I also understand that all I have to do to really thrive now is to stay alive and to try my hardest. That's it. Sure, growing up, it took so much effort to get to where I'm at today, but right now, as long as I stay alive, I'll be better than most people right now. And that's completely, it feels good, right? But it wasn't due to nothing. But a lot of people, they don't understand that. They don't understand that there's people that will never have anything. And there's people that don't understand that them having something directly means that other people will have nothing. If you buy a house in the Hamptons, that means you. And people are not gonna wanna say this. You are directly responsible for people dying in poor countries. I'm sorry, it's true. Everybody, every economist knows this. Every critical theorist knows this, right? And Marx knew this. Fanon knew this. Fanon, he literally said it in one of the first few pages. He talked about worlds of glamour, of sparkle, and like expensive taste. Meanwhile, separated from that society are the laborers, the people thrown in the trash, the indigenous, the people who are meant to be colonized, and you have the colonizers. They have to exist within each other, right? So people, when they realize, it's like if you're going on a trip when you're fucking 20 because your parents paid for it to fucking Europe, you have to realize just being in fucking Europe, let's talk about that alone, just being in Europe as a tourist, I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, you'll have to at least understand the fact that you being there means that people are gonna suffer. No matter what. You buying something new directly means that someone will have to make that and wear your hand-me-downs. No matter what. You making more and more money greatly increases the wealth gap, even in every single country. You actively, especially in the United States, you thriving means that other economies will fail. People don't want to understand that, and that's something that I've been thinking about. Is when I grow up, if I do work hard, I'm probably going to make money just because of my skill sets, right? Because that's how it is, you know. Different types of laborers earn a little bit more because, again, like how valuable is the skill? If I'm able to do something that is needed to society, needed, you know, in terms of innovation, I'm probably gonna get paid a lot. That's just how things are. But how am I going to apply that wealth? Am I going to buy my kids the most expensive shit, send them off to the most expensive college? The expensive college is maybe just a little bit different of a deal. But like send them off to different countries and whatnot and view the world. Honestly, that never in my life. I don't think I will ever do that. Simply because I don't think anybody should be able to see the world unless they are ready to truly, truly know the amount of suffering there is in the world first. Because when you travel, you're going to see a lot of these countries in all of their beauty. You get to encapsulate yourself in the history of mankind, but if you don't understand how truly deep suffering goes, it's meaningless. Traveling is fucking meaningless. It's just a bunch of optics. And you say to yourself, well, I've seen the Colosseum, I've seen the pyramids of Giza. Well, cool. But you do realize that certain, like, people had to be murdered for these things to have occurred. People have had to suffer. Perhaps this is kind of dark. I'd probably take my kids, or personally, I would rather that my kids want to actually see how humankind is than to like just see it in its most glamorized fashion. Like me, I think one of the first places that I will ever go is Auschwitz, because you have to realize how insane it is, how gruesome and grotesque it is, and it gives you a certain lens. That's the first place you ever visit with your first ever real job and your money that you've worked hard for. And the first place that you go is Auschwitz, and you see the tiny pairs of shoes, and you see the pajamas that they wore, and you see how they treated fellow human. It gives you a certain lens if you were to go to fucking Paris and see fucking Da Vinci and shit, you know what I mean? But a lot of people don't want that for some fucking reason. People love to be ignorant. And that's something that I do struggle with, is I get angry. I have been getting a lot more angry lately. I have been developing a lot more acne. And no, I'm not on any sort of gear, not one bit. I just don't know why. My patience has been at an all-time low. But yeah, it's kind of like my rant. 18-minute rant. Predicted what this lady might say. Cool. Talked about rich people. It grinds my fucking ears. I don't know why. And again, it's not out of jealousy, man. It's not out of jealousy. And again, just saying that kind of sounds like I'm projecting. But like, I feel bad for rich people, I'd say, because they don't get to understand the world in its deepest, truest sense. But yeah, there's some universal human experiences. That's another thing that's actually really interesting about humans, is that humans, we are directly, like, even if we speak different languages, we can directly, like, just relate to one another by our shared experiences. And I think about, like, what about, like, a dog, right? Can, like, a dog really understand, like, the shared experience of what it means to be a dog? Or, I mean, I guess, honestly, a lot of people don't even know what it means to be human. Truly. Some people just can't understand their emotions. Some people can't understand what their life means. Some people cannot understand these things. And so it's like when you talk to those people, and I really don't like talking to these people. When you talk to those people, it feels like you're talking to an empty person. But then again, you have to be compassionate, right? Like, it's not their fault. So again, like, I talk to like a rich person who seems just like an empty vessel waiting, and oh my god, and that's why so many rich fucks always do like psychedelics and shit like that. They do fucking ayahuasca, and they're like, holy shit, I fucking figured life out. No, you didn't. Number one, no, you didn't. You're clinging on something so deep within inside you that you need this compound to release it. No. Oh my god, like, it'd be better if you just went homeless, right? And that reminds me, bro, one time I played poker with these homeless people under a wash, and I was drinking beers with them. Dude, I was like fucking 15. Number one, who let me outside at that age? But it was nonetheless an insane experience, and it's something like that within I have to realize it's like not a lot of people are gonna be able to do that. Whatever. Do I judge them? Goodbye, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, ow, fuck. If you made it this far, like, subscribe. Maybe don't subscribe. Actually, if you see this, don't fucking like it. Don't subscribe. I want this to be like my little secret area, because another thing that I've been thinking about is like how much people like put out on social media. I love it. The main reason why I limit my usage throughout the year for social media is because I get encapsulated in it. Like, I love peering into people's lives, man, because again, social media, it allows for people to only put what they want other people to see, right? That's the entire idea. Like, you want to see, some people might want to seem the coolest, some people might want to be the most artistic, some people might want to be the most, like, I don't know, like fucking I don't fucking know. I don't know what the third one is. Fucking kill me. But like, I love seeing what people might put in these fucking videos. Or, sorry, my brain is going a little bit faster. But I love seeing what people might put on social media and different like social sites. No Cosmo Pike. Oh, dude. Pew, 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 pew. Fuck that guy though. Horrible guy. Anyway, I'm trying to wrap this up. I'm trying to make it fast because like 22 minutes is kind of pushing it, buddy. I was gonna say, yeah, you get to like peer into these people's lives, but only what they want you to see. And you could do it. You have to realize you could do it with billions of people. Billions. You can search up a random name. It's public. It's here. It's them. It's whatever they want you to see of them, and it gives you such an incredible perspective on their personality. It's incredible, and I just do it. I could just do it for hours, and I have to stop. It's a little bit creepy, not gonna lie, but it's not like it's one of those things that aren't unethical and creepy, and it's way better than something that's unethical and also creepy. Like following a bunch of Instagram models is unethical and creepy, right? It is unethical, fucking creeps, you fucking pervs. But like staring at a random fucking like person from Slovenia's Instagram and like just doing that for like hours and searching up random names, creepy, not unethical. Maybe not really creepy, more like weird. I'm just a weird guy. But yeah, and that's why I do these. So that's why I don't subscribe, don't like. If you happen to fall upon this fucking video and you've made it to this far, 24 minutes, that's a long time. For a lot of these fucking people, they have no fucking attention span whatsoever. Because I want it to be something private. Because like YouTube, you cannot look this shit up. You can't look up my profile. You can't look up these videos. There's thousands of videos being uploaded per second. You can't upload my name. It's the randomest name of all time with the randomest letters. And you just have to happen to have stumbled upon it. And so, like, if you stumble upon it, you stumble upon it. That's what I love about it. Because, like, even I, if I wasn't making these videos, I would never see this, and that's so fascinating.